entire sport of boxing right now, there is one fighter that nobody wants to talk about when Naoya Inoue's name comes up. Not because he's unknown, but because the conversation gets uncomfortable fast. His name is Brandon Figueroa, and a growing number of people inside the sport are quietly asking the same question. Is this the man who gives Naoya Inoue his first loss? Not a lucky punch, not a controversial decision. A genuine defeat built on pressure so relentless it makes elite fighters forget how to box. And if you haven't been paying attention to what Figueroa has done to every single opponent standing in his path, you're about to understand why this question isn't hype. It's a warning. Let's start with what makes Brandon Figueroa different from every other name thrown at Inoue. Because the boxing world has seen plenty of fighters try to pressure the monster. They walk forward, they throw a few combinations, and then Inoue times them with something clean and devastating. And the conversation is over. Figueroa doesn't fight like that. Figueroa fights like the bell is a starting gun, and the round is a sprint he refuses to lose. He doesn't throw 10 punches around, he throws 100. Not wild, not sloppy. Targeted volume that comes from every angle, every distance, without a single second of rest for the man in front of him. He's not trying to land the perfect shot, he's trying to drown you. And the scariest part? It works against world-class opposition. Look at what he did to Luis Neri. Neri walked into that fight as a dangerous puncher, an aggressive Mexican warrior with knockout power that made people believe he could crack Figueroa's chin and end the night early.
He lands 30% of his body. He might want to even up that effectively, like
exchange uppercuts to the body. Great exchange there. That
they stand staggered for that left hand.
left uppercut. Right from landed for Neri, and then Neri tumbles.
Instead, Figueroa ground him into dust. He outpaced him, outworked him, and showed that his pressure is systematic destruction. Round after round, Figueroa marched forward, digging body shots that echoed through the arena, throwing combinations upstairs that snapped Neri's head in directions it wasn't supposed to go.
The sixth round again at close quarters. Neri throwing ones and twos going to
Giving himself a little more room to punch, and that's why it was straight left hand in the fight.
Figueroa continues to head on it. Figueroa starting out in power punches.
By round 7, Neri went down for only the 4th time in his entire career. The crowd erupted, the ref counted, and everyone watching realized the same thing. Figueroa doesn't just beat you. He breaks something inside you that doesn't come back. Then came Oscar Escandon, experienced, battle-tested, a former title holder who had shared the ring with elite competition and survived wars. None of it mattered. Figueroa walked him down from the opening bell with a pace that bordered on cruel. Body shots folded Escandon in half. Combinations upstairs left him grabbing at air. The commentary team kept saying the same thing. They'd never seen this kind of nastiness from Figueroa before. He looked like a different fighter, meaner, hungrier. And when the finishing shot landed clean on the button, Escandon didn't just go down. He went out, flat. The kind of knockout that makes the arena go silent for 2 seconds before the screaming starts. But here's where it gets truly interesting for the Inoue conversation. Carlos Castro. Technical, careful, solid defense. The kind of fighter who's supposed to neutralize pressure with footwork and timing. Figueroa didn't care. He tore through Castro's defense like it was made of paper. The stoppage wasn't controversial, it was merciful. And then there was Mark Magsayo, former world champion, fast hands, real power, legitimate status as one of the best in the division. People expected Magsayo's speed to give Figueroa serious problems. Instead, Figueroa turned it into a war of attrition that Magsayo was never built to survive.
Already lived up to the billing this main event. to break his...
By the late rounds, Magsayo, a former world champion, looked like a man searching for an exit that didn't exist. Now, the fight that changed the entire conversation. Stephen Fulton, a technical master, one of the best pure boxers in the division. Slick, intelligent, almost impossible to hit clean. This was supposed to be the fight that exposed Figueroa's limitations. Instead, it exposed a truth that made the boxing world deeply uncomfortable. Figueroa walked Fulton down for 12 rounds.
Figueroa wants to press Fulton up against the ropes. Was able to knock him back. Figueroa presses forward. A quicker start than usual. He knows what's on the line. Volume puncher. Now Fulton. There's Fulton. Figueroa. Short.
The judges gave it to Fulton in a decision that a significant portion of the boxing community still disputes to this day. Many analysts believe Figueroa outlanded Fulton in clean punches and did more than enough to win. But here's the thing that matters most. Figueroa took Fulton's best shots for 12 rounds and never once looked hurt. Never once slowed down. Never once stopped coming forward. That loss didn't break Figueroa. It made him more dangerous. Against Joet Gonzalez, tough, durable, a fighter with 2 amateur wins over Gervonta Davis.
For Brandon Figueroa to follow, and yet it's pretty much been the same shot. Action heating up here as Figueroa is fighting.
And then surged in the championship rounds when most fighters are running on fumes. Now picture that walking toward Naoya Inoue. Not a fighter who loads up one big shot and hopes it lands. Not a fighter who folds when Inoue counters. A fighter who throws 100 punches around, who eats your best shot and responds with 5 of his own, who turns every fight into a 12-round hurricane that doesn't stop until the final bell, or until you're lying on the canvas wondering what happened to your game plan. Inoue is a generational talent. Nobody is arguing that, but every great champion eventually meets the style that gives them nightmares. And somewhere right now, Brandon Figueroa is in a gym, throwing combinations at a pace that would gas out most professional fighters in 2 rounds, preparing for the moment that everyone in boxing knows is coming. The only question left is whether Inoue's team knows it too, and what they plan to do about it.